Hi, cuties. Welcome back to band practice. I'm Emma.
And I'm Madison, and today we're going to be doing a little deep dive on like niche internet drama because I love nothing more personally. I love just a niche scandal,
Mm-hmm.
an influencer scandal. I could talk about it all day long. So, we're going to like kind of dive into a couple different ones today and explain them and say our thoughts. Maybe you've heard them before, maybe this will be news to you, but it'll be entertaining nonetheless.
It will. It's really fun to have people to talk to about these things. Like you're kind of one of the only people I know that's in the same corner of the internet as me. So
Mhm.
it's like when all of this drama unfolds, I'm like, oh, why is no one talking about this? So we can be those friends for you as well. Or to inform you if you have, been out of the loop on all of these niche subjects.
Yes, I know. Some people like either they just wouldn't get it, or I noticed that some people are like, you have nothing better to do than talk about internet scandals. I'm like, no, nope, I don't. Like, it's hilarious to me. I love it. I love the drama. I don't have anything better to do. So people can be kind of haters about it, but we're your besties here to talk about it and
Mm-hmm.
accept you for who you are, just a drama lover because we're drama lovers.
Yeah. We're going to be very objective. We're just going to say facts of things that have happened. And
Yeah,
that's that.
it's storytelling if you think about it,
It's
really.
truly storytelling. We are newscasters. So,
I love the memes that are like, I forget how it's worded, but like basically like our genetics is to pass down stories through
yeah,
words
through
and then like
generations. Yeah.
yes, and now we're like hated on by saying it's gossip. No, it's what we were like made to do if you think about it.
I have a communication degree. So,
No, and you do be communicating and we will
I'm
we
going to
will
communicate.
communicate. Yeah.
Well, I know I've got some good life updates. Do you want to start?
Sure. I don't really have any life updates.
Oh, okay.
I was on my way home from work and I was trying to think of what's new. And the only thing that's new is that my life is incredibly boring. Like, and I'm sick of it. I don't know what
Mm,
I need to spice it up because it's just like same old every week. And I'm longing for some change and I don't know how to switch it up. So
I
we'll
have a
find
great
something.
idea.
Ooh, okay, let's hear it.
Move back to Arizona.
Okay, and every day I'm tempted. I will admit. Like, guys, this isn't that fun anymore.
Like
Like,
I will fundraise the money however much it will be to end your lease or to just pay the rest of it off.
and hey, that's all I'm waiting for. So,
Link below to donate.
it's so sad though because our lease we signed for 12 months the first time and then we signed for an additional 12 months and after the first 12 months I was like, I don't know, like maybe we should do month to month or something and kind of feel it out
Mhm.
because I was kind of thinking we would move back or like move somewhere else just because I don't know, I feel like we neither one of us like want to live here forever. So I'm like, what are we
Yeah.
waiting for? Like, let's switch it up. And Ben was like kind of feeling the opposite at the time. I was like, no, I like it. I want to like feel it out a little bit longer. So we ended up signing for another 12 months. And lately he's been like, oh, like I wish we didn't do that. And I'm like, girl, and like
You
talk
did
to
that.
somebody else about it. Yeah, because it
Yeah.
was not me, it was you. But now we're locked in. Literally last
Yeah.
night, he was like, it's not even that much longer. I was like, it's
It just
11
started.
months. Yeah, we're not even through the first month. It's 11 months and 7 days or something. Like, come on.
That is so silly.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's the winter blues getting to me. I'm just like,
Yeah.
nothing that exciting.
Just a little stir crazy being pent up in the cold.
You know what I actually think it is? It's that it's daylight savings time.
Mm,
I just realized it as I looked out my dark window and it's
yeah.
5:16 p.m. Why is the sun almost completely set?
Can't
I get
relate.
home from work, it's dark. You can't do anything because I personally am afraid of the dark outside. I don't leave my house after it's dark alone. Never.
Ever. No.
So what am I supposed to do? Like I have no other option.
When I say this, I don't mean I want someone to explain it to me. I just want to say my piece. I don't understand daylight savings. I mean, I personally do not practice.
Hmm.
But why would you you take the hour and then you give the hour back every year?
And you, to me
So just
personally,
don't do it.
right? Because it all evens out in the end. And
Yeah.
also, you're taking the hour away when I need it most. Why would you take an hour
Yeah.
away in the winter? No. If anything, take it away in the summer and give me an hour in the winter. It's not daylight savings, it's literally daylight taking away. Like
We're not
you're
saving
not
anything.
you're not saving me. You're not saving me from anything. You're literally making my life worse. It's weird. But anyways, what have you been up to? We have a big update, ladies and gentlemen.
We do. Well, I have some other
Okay,
updates. Can I share
fine.
those? Okay.
Yeah.
I recently got my nails done.
Oh, here we
I
go.
wanted to share because I've figured out my perfect manicure, and it's dip. Ugh, groundbreaking, I know. It's been around forever, but I finally just started to do dip on my natural nails, and it's just the best because it keeps them like thicker. Like when I was just doing gel manicures, they wouldn't last super long because I have very thin nails to begin with, and they would still kind of like bend and break. But with the dip, they're hard as rock, and they can just soak them off every time really easily, so it won't actually damage my nails like having like an acrylic pop up. I had the best experience in the nail salon. It was just so like womanhood. Like one, my nail tech was just hyping me up because I brought a book to read while I was getting my toes done. And she just thought I was like the smartest person in the world. She was like, no one your age brings books to the salon. I was like, I know, like that. You're so right. Like that is crazy and different of me. And then I was sitting next to this woman when I was getting my fingies done, my fingers, and her youngest daughter is my age, so she's like middle aged. And her and I were just gossiping about like all of the 12-year-olds in Sephora because she's seen all of
Mhm.
that, and we were talking about like drunk elephant and everything. It was just like so fun and cute. Normally in the nail salon it's just like quiet and like you're just kind of to yourself, but it was a really enjoyable experience. And I want that to segue to the book I read because Madison and I read the book together.
Oh yeah.
We did like a little bestie book club for the week. We read The Fury by Alex. Okay, you know what? We have to Google it.
we
How to
have to settle
like
this
at
once and
this
for all.
point? Let me go on YouTube real quick and find a fucking interview. The author is Alex Michaelides.
Michaelides. Okay,
Michaelides.
that's why we couldn't get it.
Yeah.
We were saying Mitchell's, we were saying I don't
Yeah.
even know what.
So The Fury. We read it. It just came out this month, and I thought it was great. I wish we could like actually have like a full episode like doing like book club talking about it with everyone, but I don't it's like way too niche, I think. So,
Mhm. No, it was
but
amazing. And I loved doing the book club. Me and
yes.
Emma, I don't think we've ever read a book like that together.
Mm-mm.
No. And we started it. We literally would be like, okay, we're finishing. It was split up into acts. I think there was 4 different acts. And so we're
Mhm.
like, okay, we're finishing act 1 by tonight. And then we're sending voice memos and talking about it and like saying our thoughts and feelings. I think at first we both thought it was like too slow. Like we were like,
Mhm.
what?
The
I don't know if
first
we're gonna
act,
like
I was
this.
like, not his best.
Yes. And then by the end of it, we were like, what? Whoa. Like it was like it like smacked me across the
It's like,
face.
you
It was
think this is what
crazy.
happened? Nope.
Nope. And then
But
again,
it
nope,
didn't.
not that.
Not that either. And it also wasn't that.
No, he's so good. The writer is so good at like twists
So
and
good.
turns. I feel like
Yeah.
sometimes a lot of books are like really predictable to where you're like, okay, yeah,
Mhm.
duh, like they did it in the end. But he
Yeah.
like truly, you could never guess what's coming
Gets me every
next.
time.
Every time he
Really gets me
continues
every time.
to.
He also starting to concern me a little. Like, I love his books. They're my favorite books, but I'm like,
He's sick.
sir, are you okay? Like,
He's sick in the head.
these are great. Like, how are you thinking of all this?
I know. The reason why it's not predictable is because I could not even think that up in my wildest dreams.
Exactly.
Like, I could try so hard to make the most, like, twisted character with, like, the most deep-seated trauma and mental illness. Like, I couldn't get
Yeah.
to where he gets. He's
No.
crazy.
No. Love him though. Big fan.
Love you. Can't wait for your next book.
Yeah. This is actually the first time I've ever like read all of someone's books. And that's probably because he's just like a newer author and only has 3 books, but they're
Yeah.
all bankers. So my last life update is the big one. Okay, ready? Yesterday I learned how to okay. I went and attempted to snowboard. Did I fully learn? I don't think I can say that, but I had my first kind of like lesson. So here's what happened. So my boyfriend took me up to Snowball in Flagstaff, Arizona. because that's where everyone that lives in Phoenix goes to snowboard and ski. And we just hung out on the bunny hill. I went down it twice that morning and was mainly just like holding on to like his hands. Like he was going backwards. I was going trying to like slowly like heel slide forward, like down the hill in little
Mhm.
motions. And man, that is hard.
Mhm.
Like it sure is slippery. And the muscles, like it's actually crazy. Like my calves were immediately on fire. I was like, I actually don't know if I can do this the entire day. So after the second time going down the hill, like somehow making my way down the hill, it was like lunchtime. So I was like, and at that point, I was like exhausted. I had never felt so tired in my life. I was like, I'm starving. My muscles hurt. I was like overheating because
Mhm.
like it's actually like a lot of like physical work. So I had to like take my jacket and my layers off. And so I went to the car and started eating lunch and he was going to go on like the bigger hills while I was kind of resting. And I ended up taking like an hour-long nap in the car. Like who does that?
Like, so
I just
wiped
took a
out like a
nap
little
break
kid.
during snowboarding in like in the parking lot. Like that's just weird.
I feel like that
Eventually,
makes the most sense, honestly. Like, everybody
yeah.
should have a nap in the middle. It's so tiring.
And yeah, I recommend because I woke up feeling very refreshed. I cracked open an Alani and I was ready to get back to work. So I went back to the bunny hill and I went down the hill 3 times this time and was doing much better. And on the fifth try, because the fourth try, I had almost made it all the way down by myself, except like Andrew said something and I like looked at him and like of course that like knocked me off my balance. So I was like, dang it, like I was so close to making it down. So I was so determined on like the fifth try. I was like, this is it. Like I'm making it from the top to the bottom all by myself, no falling. And I got so close. I was like, there were people in front of me. I like somehow managed to like dodge them. And then I hit this like small little, or like, I don't know what you would say. You can kind of see it in the video I sent you, like a little
Mhm.
pile of snow kind of like caught the edge of my board. And so it just sent me spinning a little bit and fell right on my bum. I like bounced off the snow actually on my butt.
Uh-huh. The video was
So
so funny because you can see, like, I feel like once you kind of know, like, how a snowboard moves, when you see
mm,
other people snowboard, you can see it like a second before they fall. You're like, oh, like that's gonna,
yeah.
knock them or whatever. So I could see your board turning. I'm like, oh, her
She's
edge is
done.
just gonna go right in, and she fell backwards, literally bounced like
Bump
I want to say
once.
twice, like boop, boop.
No, I was in immediate pain. My tailbone was like on fire. It still hurts. My whole body is so sore today. But no, after that, I was maybe like 2/3 down the hill at that point. I sat there for a minute. I was like trying so hard not to cry. I was like, I don't want to cry. Like that's just like lame. Like I want to like keep a good attitude, but I was just like I got up um and got down like maybe 10 more feet and fell back on my butt. And at that point I was like, F
Gotta
that,
get out
like,
of here, yeah.
no. I said I started to crap crawl my way down, and once I was, like, further enough down to where it was, like, acceptable, I, like, literally took I unhooked myself from the board and just walked. Walked to the little magic carpet lift, and I said, "We're done here. I'd like to leave."
That's so funny. I well, and see, everybody laughs at me when I was in Breckenridge with Emma. Ben was like, "Don't forget your butt pads." Like he,
Yeah.
he literally bought me butt pads because they cover your tailbone, and I would fall exactly like that when I first
Mhm.
started. And falling on your tailbone hurts. Like it's
Hurts
like such a
bad.
specific pain, and I just cannot
Mhm.
handle it. So I bought me butt pads. So maybe next time you should get. You
I
can
was
borrow
actually
mine.
gonna
I'll
ask
ship them to
you
you.
if you yeah. I was gonna literally ask you next time we talked if I could have yours since you've probably graduated.
I've graduated. You can have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really do help.
I need them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I it's so funny because in the moment when you're, like, learning, once you, like, actually, like, are moving on your own, you feel like you're going, like, so fast. You feel like you look like everyone else that's snowboarding. And then I saw the video, I was like, "What the actual fuck is that?" Like, "Okay, go queen." Like, you are moving. But
No,
Andrew swears that I did pretty good for my first day. So
I was gonna say, you do feel like, I remember, because like I feel like everybody squats kind of like, because you're not
Mhm.
comfortable enough to stand fully up, so you're kind of like squatted down and like you're holding your arms all weird
Yeah.
because you're like all tense and scared, but you swear you're just like carving the mountain on your way down.
Mhm.
Ben would always take videos of me. I'd be like, oh, take a video of me, like I'm doing really good, and you take a video, I'd be like, delete it, like right now. That is not what I thought I looked like.
No, exactly. Like I literally thought I looked like you, and no, I did not. Not yet,
But
at
you
least.
did really good for your first day. I was
Thanks.
telling Emma, my first day I like got so rocked. Like I had bruises everywhere. Like I got tossed and tumbled around.
Mm,
So you, if you only fell that one time, like you were killing
yeah,
it. If you
that's
were
like my
standing
one
up,
big
you're
fall.
killing it.
The other falls were more like I chose to fall because I would get scared.
Yeah, you just kind of sat
But
down.
yeah, that one rocked me a little bit, and
That one caught you off guard.
I took maybe too much ibuprofen last night. I'll admit.
Mm.
But I was like, my entire body was really starting to hurt at that point. I had a headache just from being like, I don't even know. Like, I swear I'm kind of allergic to like being out in the sun, not in like a funny way. Like, I literally get headaches being out in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just feeling really sick last night. I fell asleep on an ice pack. But I woke up feeling still very sore. But it's nighttime and I feel a lot better. So, yeah, I feel like I left at a good time because I didn't want to push myself too hard to where like I just ruin it for myself and I never want to try it again.
Mm-hmm.
So, hopefully I can get back out within like the next month. Keep my momentum and my training going.
Yeah, I think you for sure can. You got this.
And by
You're
next
training.
winter, I'll be
By
with
training.
you. Yeah,
And you
literally, I'm training so
will.
I can get on the big hill with the big kids.
Yes, we'll be cruising.
Mhm.
We'll look like Kendall and Kylie Jenner. It'll be crazy.
Yeah, literally.
Um, well, anyways, proud of
Anywho,
you.
thank
You
you. I
did
know it's
amazing.
this has been long coming, as most of
Mhm.
you probably know.
Mhm.
So,
Years really in the making.
really, yeah, truly, she's been begging me to snowboard for years. It's a touchy
Mhm.
subject, I think, so maybe we should move along.
This is a little bit. Anyways,
Yeah.
what are you drinking?
Haven't cracked it open yet. I've just got myself a little diet DP. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Never disappoints.
I have something similar. A Diet Coke. Put it in a glass
Nice.
because you might think it just looks like a normal Diet Coke. It has a shot of vodka in it. It's crazy.
No
Yep. Already
way.
already drinking half of it too while we were chatting.
I know. It's like it didn't look very full.
I finally understand why moms make wine a personality trait because when I get home from nannying, I'm like, let me make myself a drink. Like after that
Yeah.
day, I need a drink.
Yeah.
So I get it now.
The other day, I had a glass of wine while I was like cooking pasta, and I felt that way as well. I was like, wait,
Mm-hmm.
there
The
is something
classy
to that.
vibe. Yes.
And if you like drink it really fast, you kind of get the quick little buzz. But I don't
Mm-hmm.
know. Maybe that's
I
just
get
me.
it. No, that's for sure also me. Like by the end of this episode, if I'm talking crazy, it wasn't me. Okay, well, I guess we can just hop in.
Let's
I'll
do
start
it.
us off with what
Yes.
inspired this episode. If you guys have been on TikTok, you've probably seen the Julia Ernst Vinny Hacker
Mm-hmm.
story. I did not know. I had heard of Vinny Hacker because like everybody is obsessed with him. Never heard of Julia Ernst before like 3 days ago. And then I started seeing these videos pop up about like how what she did was so crazy. And of course, I'm so nosy. I had to look up like what did Julia Ernst do? Like I literally didn't even know who she was, but I had to know what she
Yeah.
did. And so I immediately deep dove into it, like was scouring Reddit, like going on the most obscure like Reddit threads. So, long story short, she was caught making hate posts about herself on her own Reddit snark page, which is
Yeah.
just as humiliating as it sounds, as is. But the plot thickens because she was hating on herself, she was hating on her twin sister, she was hating on her boyfriend, and leaking her boyfriend's fake nudes and saying that her twin
Mm.
sister is ran through and that her boyfriend should break up with her. Like, just like the craziest posts. And she got caught because She posted a screenshot of her own Instagram, her own Instagram post. She posted it on Reddit, like, and then talked about herself in the third person. Like, I can't believe she posted this, blah, 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 whatever, with the screenshot. And then people realized the screenshot had like the view insights thing that
Mhm.
like it only has if it's your post, and like the boost posts, like the little bar at the bottom that you have on your Instagram posts. So people were like, wait, babe, that's you. Like, you posted that because you, like, nobody else could have taken that screenshot. And then she went on her Instagram story and said it was a Romanian hacker. Like, why would the hacker hack you and then post on Reddit? Be
Mm.
serious.
It's just it was an attempt, not a good
Mm-hmm.
one. I like this one is so bad that like I actually do feel a little bad for her. Like, oh, that is just cuz like there's unfortunately just no coming back from that level of delusion, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Bless her heart. Like and you and I are crazy, but I can't imagine like getting to that point mentally where I decide to like contribute to my own snark on Reddit.
I know. I
And
tried to
to
like
that extent, like it's not like she's like, yeah, like no, it's like really weird posts.
I was gonna say I could, because I didn't know. Also, she's only 19. Somebody commented that on my. I
Mm,
made a TikTok about it, and so I'm like involved in the discourse. Like, I'm like chitting and chatting with everybody. Somebody was like, "Well, she's only 19," and I didn't know that. So I kind of tried to put myself in her headspace of like a 19-year-old that like has a million followers, but is also like deeply insecure. Is like
mhm,
kind of seeing this guy that doesn't want to commit to her. You know, like you're
yeah,
just in a place of like insecurity and maybe a little bit of mental illness.
yeah,
And like I could see myself like wanting to go and see what people were saying bad about me to kind of like feed my own insecurities in a weird way. Like
mhm,
I could almost get in like that sick mindset.
yeah,
And even like maybe if you have a little extra crazy edge, being like, so and so is ugly, or like just saying something about yourself just to see what people
yeah,
say. You know, I
yeah,
can almost see that for like a teen girl.
right,
But she took it to the next level when she involved her sister and
mhm,
her boyfriend's fake nudes.
yeah,
Like I can't get to that level. That level I
no,
can't get to. I do feel sorry for her a little bit because it's just so embarrassing. Like you said, there's no coming back from it. Like oh, it just like almost makes you physically cringe. Like, oh, you
yeah,
really did that and you really like told on yourself.
yeah. It's a rough one. It's a weird one.
Yeah. It also is sad because it has the same energy as like if you are the same age as us, you probably remember like Ask FM or even like Tumblr
Yeah,
questions were like anonymous, or you could make them anonymous. And I know people were asking themselves questions that like they
yeah,
wanted to answer, you know what I mean? But like asking yourself as if you're not yourself, like pretending that you're not you, it has like kind of the same energy as that to me. So I feel for her. It's just so much worse.
it is bad. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It just I feel for you, girl. That is a bummer. And isn't didn't someone ask Vinny about it and he was I'm sure he's like very put off and just it almost feels well it is if, in his case like it's just like taken advantage of almost like I don't
Hmm.
know, it's just like probably an icky feeling.
Yeah, like disrespectful. Like I would
Yeah.
feel so disrespected. I did see he was like live streaming or something, and somebody asked him about it and he was like, I obviously know everything that's going on. I don't want to talk about it because it's extremely awkward. Like don't ask me
Mhm.
about it. Like he was like no comment. Like that's crazy and awkward.
Yeah.
Ugh. And I feel bad for her too with the sister, cuz like what would you do if your sister was like her boyfriend should break up with her cuz she's so ran through?
That is crazy.
Like, how are you gonna come back from that? I just don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, but hoping for the best. Maybe it'll all blow over, you never know. Sometimes these things feel like
Yeah.
so like they can never come back to the internet and then they come back in like a
Mhm.
month and nobody cares.
Well, another recent one I'd like to talk about because I feel like I know the lore of this one pretty well is the
Mhm.
Hallie and Sophia drama. So this one has to do with two TikTok girlies that live in New York City. It's mainly about Hallie Kate, I think is her username, and then the girl is Sophia LaCour. So these are two like kind of lifestyle, like fashiony cutie girl influencers in New York City, right? So Hallie was dating this guy Reed for I think it was 9 months. And in those 9 months, like towards I think like the middle of the relationship, she started to be like more public with him and like made a few videos with him. So like people knew that they were dating and like knew like we're watching their relationship basically grow and progress. And then he broke up with her after 9 months. And because she's so like open about her life online, she like kind of was like documenting her breakup. And like, I always think it's really cool, honestly, when people do that because everyone goes through breakups, but they feel so lonely. So I think like it helped a lot of people actually to like see her cry about it and like kind of her healing process. So fast forward like a few weeks, I think at this point it was 2 or 3 weeks post breakup. And Hallie is going out with some friends, one of them being Sophia. And the the people online say that they were like decent good friends, like maybe not super close like BFFs or anything, but like she obviously knew of Hallie and Reed's relationship and like Hallie had spoken to her about the breakup and everything. So like Sophia is very aware of Hallie's relationship situation. So this night they go out and hit the bars, and legend tells that while Hallie is buying them shots, she's buying drinks for this girl. Sophia finds her Hallie's ex on Instagram and DMs him and asks him to take her out on a date.
Mm.
So the next day, I think he like took her out on a date, and yeah, and like Hallie obviously found out. Like I'm sure like their circles run pretty close, and was like, "What the actual fuck? Like that's crazy." And then Sophia posted something like she did like a lip sync song or like a lip sync video to that one. What is it? Because I may be bad, but I know that I'm good at it.
Uh-huh.
Sex in the air. You know that? Who
Yeah.
sings that?
Rihanna?
Six in Rihanna, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she obviously was like making her own little comment, like, ha ha ha, like I'm a bad girl.
Oh my
And
god,
it
but
was just
that's
like
not cute.
weird. It is not cute. People were not happy in her comments for a long time. So that one was really wild to me because there's just so clearly like the person in the wrong is so clearly in the wrong. Like sometimes when you have
Mhm.
like beef between people, it's like who's to say what, but like this one was pretty like straightforward. Like she went behind her friend's back and asked her new ex to take her out on a date. It's
That
crazy.
is insane. Wait, okay, I saw like one video about this, but I didn't really know the whole story. But I also don't know these two girls. Like, how many
Mm.
followers do they like how many
Ooh, let
followers
me
do they have?
see.
How many people were watching this situation go down?
Hallie has 1 million.
Oh
My
wow.
guess is Sophia has about the same. Let me see if I can find Sophia.
So this was big. I don't know how I didn't get more invested in this.
Sophia has 700K. Yeah,
Wow.
it was kind of nuts while it was unfolding. I felt so bad for Hallie. Like it just sucks when like, well, I feel like my circle's always been very small, but having like someone that you would consider a friend turn out to like not be a girl's girl and be like the opposite, like that's just crazy.
Yeah. Also, like,
Babe, it's New York City. Find someone else.
there's a
Like
million
it's
people.
so tactical. Like she had to have been doing that for a purpose.
Like, it's a targeted attack for sure.
Yes.
And also, like, it still would have been messed up, obviously, but maybe like not as bad if he asked her out on a date
Yeah.
or whatever, or if he slid in her DMs, but she went out of her way when she was with her to DM her
Mhm.
boyfriend. That's unforgivable in my
It
book.
is it was not cute. I'll say that.
Oh my gosh, that's bad.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Did people like is she back to normal posting and everything?
I
Like has
think
it blown
so.
over?
I think it's kind of blown over, but I think let me see if I can find her. Go into our comments. Yeah, I think it's blown over.
Dang, that's
Um
crazy.
or maybe she's just like removing comments. I don't know, but
Wait, so who did it? Haley? Hallie? Or Sophia?
Sophia did Hallie dirty.
Oh, okay. Okay, noted. We don't like
Yep.
Sophia. Okay, yeah, that one's wild. That one's just like some of these are just like mean. Like it's just like
Mhm.
That's rude. Like, you're a bad
It's
person.
just me. Yeah, it's really distasteful. And what makes me chuckle a little bit is like it feels so huge and big, but this kind of stuff probably happens in people's friend groups all the time where like I don't know, it's just like normal people drama, but with influencers it like feels so more dramatic.
I was gonna say it feels like a movie, like the plot of a
Yeah.
movie, but it's like, I mean, nothing like that has ever happened to me, but like I'm
No,
sure
same.
it happens to people all the time in real regular life. Okay, the next one is a different route. I don't know if you guys have been seeing the videos about Alex Earls and her like poo poo pee pee barf dress.
Bye. Oh my god.
This might be the craziest one of them all to me. I don't know the exact story, but I think it's something that she wore on Halloween, right? Or something?
I thought it
It was
was
like a
maybe like a
costume.
birthday dress. I don't know.
Okay.
Some sort
Okay,
of
never mind.
special occasion. I
Maybe
don't
I'm
know.
thinking of two different things because didn't she pee in her Halloween costume?
Oh, I think it's that. The birthday dress with just barfed on. I went and looked back
Oh.
at the video before this.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. So one pee dress, one barf
God,
dress.
that's even worse. Not two offenses.
Right. I don't know if the Halloween one might have not gone back in her closet, but she did admit to just she couldn't take off. It was like a bodysuit or something, but it was like
Mm.
really tight and she couldn't take it off, so she just admitted to peeing through it. But there was like tights underneath. Like,
Oh,
why would you ever admit to that?
no,
Why?
that's
Like,
the issue. I'm like, you if you keep it to yourself, like it's fine. Like I would think that's weird if I knew you personally, but like why are we admitting this on the internet?
why are we posting it? And it's not even like it came out about her. I'm pretty
And
sure
like we're just
she
chuckling
said
about it.
it.
Babe, it's not
Right.
funny.
It's not. It's a
It's really
biohazard,
not funny. I'm like, I love you,
but that's not okay.
but that's not we can't keep let's let's not make a third one happen, please.
Right, right. So the other one was like you said, maybe a birthday dress or something, and she had thrown up on it. Like she obviously got drunk and had thrown up on it, and that's fine. Like go off. But then
Happens.
she right, it happens to the best of us. And then she didn't clean it, and then she just hung it back up in her closet, and then she willingly again posted a video about it and was like it looked like she was doing like a closet tour or something. I didn't even see
Mhm.
the original video, but she was like going through her clothes in her closet and she was like, "Oh, this one like still has throw up on it."
Yeah, she said
Um
it still smells.
like once again that's not okay. Like once again it's a hazard.
It
It's
is
a
a
it's a
hazard.
it's a health and safety hazard.
And when you're that well off, if you don't want to clean it, please just throw it away.
I was going to
Like
say
dispose of it in of some way. Let's not let it infect the rest of the closet.
no, I was going to say once something has like pee, poop or throw up on it,
Mhm.
if it's not like a material that can easily be wiped away and like disinfected and cleaned, I'm throwing it away. Like I can't handle it. I'm
I can
most
speak from experience.
definitely
I also throw it away.
yeah, I'm not putting it anywhere near my other clothes.
Mm-mm.
Not a chance. I
Or
just
in
thought
the
that was in
wash.
no, no. Oh, no. Let's not even
I
touch on
can't. I'm
that.
sorry. No, it's like let's not go there. Poo poo in a washing
um
machine? Yeah, no.
no, it's not going to work for me.
Pee in a washing machine, maybe.
Right, but like try to get a little of
Barfs.
it
I don't
out.
know.
Yeah. Um But I just feel like it's almost I've noticed that like with the surge of the clean girl aesthetic, there's almost like a rebellion against it
Hmm.
because it's like become so popular to where people think it's like cute and quirky and funny to be just straight up dirty and gross. And I just personally don't find that cute or funny. Like
Mm-mm.
to an extent, yeah, is my house sometimes dirty and
Right.
messy? Yes, but is there poo poo pee pee or throw up in my house? No.
No. Yeah, like maybe like a messy makeup look, like kind of that rebellion is cute. But when we're messing with our hygiene, not so
Mm-mm.
much.
No, no, no.
Moving along to another favorite social media scandal. This one is not so recent. This is, I think I looked it up. It was back in 2018. So that was like 5 years ago, five and a half. TanaCon.
Ooh, love it.
Wow. So I honestly had forgotten what like the original lore was. And then I remembered it was during VidCon that year. She was
Mhm.
at VidCon and security like was trying to like remove her because she was causing, they said like a hazard, like a fire hazard with all of like the fans following her around and everything. So out of rebellion, she created TanaCon. She whipped it up to host during that same VidCon weekend at a nearby hotel to kind of, I think, like throw it back in their face, like take all of like the VidCon attendees and like bring them to her convention.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, with that being thrown together by probably like a 19-year-old in a matter of like a day or two, didn't pan out very well. Um, People were stuck outside in like the Anaheim asphalt for hours without water, like no escape from the heat. And then I think even people that got inside the hotel, they were like, there's nothing. There's
Yeah.
no event.
No
There's like no
event.
activations. Like there's nothing to do in here. And like the hotel was not well equipped. Like everything just kind of fell apart. And um Andrew and I were actually talking about it last night about how it was like a mini fire fest for
Wait,
influencers.
he knows the TanaCon drama?
Yeah, we were talking about
That's
TanaCon.
so funny. No, that's what when I was looking back on it, I was like, wow, that was like really Firefest before Firefest was a
Mm-hmm.
thing. Yeah, I remember it was such a big thing at the time. Like it was like the drama of the century. Like Tana was
Yeah.
canceled for a little bit because of it. But looking back, it just I don't think she meant any harm by it. It just was
Yeah.
obviously a dumb idea and like if you asked any like adult if it was going to work out, they would have been like obviously not, you know? It was just
Yeah.
like a dumb teenager idea, but it did like harm people, I think. Like didn't people
Mm-hmm.
get hurt or like wasn't there like
I'm
people with
sure.
like third-degree sunburns and stuff? Like
Literally. Yeah.
it was really bad. Um but yeah, she came back from it and it's so funny to think now people that probably stan Tana that are like 19 or under, like they don't even know that TanaCon happened probably.
Yeah.
Like it happened so long ago that I feel like people forgot about it or just like didn't know at the time. Oh, that was such a big one, such a moment.
Yeah. At the time it was, yeah, that was world shaking.
Another really iconic one from the past, a blast from the past, if you will.
Mhm.
The Bi Sister whole
Right.
whole scandal. Everybody probably knows about this one, but if you don't, which it's so crazy. I was thinking about too, the lady Tati. I haven't
Mm-hmm.
heard that name in years. Like, where did she go?
No. I
And
don't
she was
know.
winning. She was winning the whole thing. Like, she
Yeah.
canceled James Charles, and now I don't know where she is. I'm sure she's still making content, but haven't checked up on her in a long time. But anyways, Tati Westbrook, I think was her name, right?
Mm-hmm.
And James Charles had this whole, I think it was like a 4 video back and forth kind of thing where they were just like trying to cancel each other. What even started it?
I don't know. That's the thing is like I can't even remember like the context of the drama.
I know. I just remember by the end of it, in which this is like a sound on TikTok now, but she's like, and you did it at my birthday. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He was like saying explicit things about the waiter.
Oh
She
yeah.
goes, and he was talking about sucking blank, and you did it on my birthday. Like that was where the drama ended up. Like it was just so unhinged. But I remember it was such a thing. I was with my friend Madison when the Bi Sister video dropped and
Mm-hmm.
we fully I think we like had plans, we like canceled them, we sat down on the couch, we put the video on the TV and watched it like it was a movie. Like it was the
Wow.
like in real time, it was the craziest drama that has ever unfolded on the internet. It was crazy.
I remember at the time I wasn't like super into like the beauty guru realm, but obviously I knew who these people were. But I too dropped everything and was keeping up. And I just have to acknowledge like I don't remember all of the details, so I'm not gonna like take a side or anything. But well, I'm pretty sure James Charles was the one on the wrong, but I don't know.
Right.
By Sister as a video title, that was iconic.
So
She
good. She
ate like
couldn't
she didn't need to. I didn't even need to play the video. Like he just ate with that one.
she really said bye sister and period. That's all. Title of the video, bye
Uh,
sister. No, that
so
was
good.
good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Like, and that does play in my head. He ate with that. He didn't mean to,
He
but he did.
right. Unironically, he did.
Um, for some reason, I always think about the Shane Dawson conspiracy theory palette, like the whole
Mm.
docu-series of him creating that makeup palette. And I remember at the time I was so hooked. I spent that entire day trying to buy the palette, and I did get it. I don't have it
Really?
anymore, but
Oh.
yeah. And I saw something recently, someone made like a funny TikTok about it. Like, the palette put together is the most bizarre collection of shades I've ever seen.
Yeah, very
It was
unusable.
very unusable. So, but at the time it felt so iconic. I had to have it.
Yeah, we don't have the time or capacity today to even
Mm-mm.
touch on Shane Dawson, Jeffree Star, or Trisha Paytas. Like,
No.
I can't, those are like the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, and I don't even have time. But yeah, and in general, all of the Shane Dawson docuseries on influencers, they were my Roman Empire. Like the Jake Paul one, the Tana one.
Mm-hmm.
Who else was
For
there?
a moment there, he was leading YouTube.
Mm-hmm. And then
Yep.
he too had a tragic downfall.
He too. Yep. And I don't even want to discuss that because it freaks me out.
Was the final straw the having sex with his cat rumor?
Yeah, which I know he obviously didn't do, but like that's just like disgusting to even like I don't even like those words being put together in a sentence.
They shouldn't be.
They should
I
not
don't
be
even
put
know.
together.
Did he make a joke about it or did somebody just
I
like,
think he maybe made a joke about it and then yeah, people ran with it. And
oh,
like why would
that's
you make that
joke
joke?
about that? Like, why would your brain come up with that? It's kind of
No,
weird.
it is weird and sick.
Yeah.
Well, our last one.
I was gonna say
Let's
no,
just move
no
on.
further
Yeah.
comment.
Um since we're diving back deep, we have to go into the deepest of them all. Okay,
Mm.
Acacia Brinley. I remember when I found her on Tumblr in like, gosh, 2012. And oh, wow, it's flooding back to me. And like her videos when she was dating Sam Podorf.
Sam
That
Podor.
is crazy.
Yes.
But yeah, we've truly watched her grow up, have scandal after scandal. I feel like you're a bit more educated on kind of timeline and events. So if you want to
Yes.
take it away with this.
And I sure will because there has been, like you said, scandal after scandal. She's somebody that comes to mind when it's like, when we're talking about these things like they're the end of the world, they never are because she will come back from
She's
like
had 20 of them, babe, and she's
so
still
many.
going.
She's been canceled and she comes back and canceled and comes back. It's actually crazy. But I didn't want to talk about the most recent one that I saw, which there's probably been one since then because this was like probably a year ago at this point. But I saw people making TikToks about it. So she got like kind of permanently canceled for a while, like
Mhm.
bad. Um Deleted her Instagram and everything, kind of fell off the face of the earth. And then people in her like town that she lives in, which I think she lives in like Oregon
Mhm.
or Washington or something, like the Pacific Northwest. So it was just like somebody local that also had kids and saw her at the park. Do you know what I'm gonna say?
No, I don't think I know this.
Oh, okay. So somebody saw her at the park and she had her switch. She's so real. Like she's just like me. She had her switch and she took her kids to the park and then she like walked off into, it was like a park kind of by like a foresty kind of area. It sounds like
Mm.
there was like wooded areas nearby. She walked into the woods and was like playing video games and just left her kids like at the park, which was also by a road. And then people like started yelling for her to come back because her youngest kid was on top of her car. Like she was gone for long enough that her kid climbed on top of the car in the middle of the road. Like, and somebody recorded the whole thing and posted it.
Oh.
Bad. Like
Oh,
really, really,
that's
really
really
bad.
bad.
Like the video shows the baby. I think he's like two, maybe one or two,
No.
on top of her car. And her other child is like disabled and she just like put
Uh-huh.
her on a blanket and walked away. Like not funny at all. I'm just laughing because it's
It's
like
just
so absurd.
unbelievable.
Yeah.
Oh my
So I don't know.
gosh.
This one I don't know if she'll come back from. I don't know
Yeah,
if she
when
can.
you
That might be the
involve
cherry on
children
top.
like that, like it's just not ever gonna work. Damn, that is so sad. Yeah, remember I was really shaken up when I found out that her and Jairus
Mhm.
had divorced.
Mhm.
That just made me sad because, like, you never, like, wish for, like, a family to break up like that, but I just hope those kids are okay and thriving, and I think I remember back in the like, his family lives out there, so that's good,
Maybe, I
but I
don't
also
know.
have always wondered, what is she doing for money these days?
I know.
Like, what's that look like once you get canceled and have to leave the internet? Did you see Gabby Hanna is, hosting a
Oh, yep.
workout class at a YMCA?
Yes.
So, hopefully she'll find something to bring some stability, and I don't know.
I know. I feel like influencers nowadays, some of them are a little bit smarter because it's like you have people that like know the business at this point because it's been around for a while. But people like
Mhm.
Acacia that were like on Tumblr and like blew up in that era, it's like they probably did make a lot of money and then didn't know anything, about
Yeah.
longevity or like what. They just probably made a
Yeah.
lot of money and then blew it. And then I'm like, now she has 3 kids and how is she paying for anything?
I don't know. I'm so curious about it.
I know. But
I'm
she
feeling
always
really
makes it
curious
work.
about that.
I'm feeling really curious actually now that you mention it.
Someone should ask her.
Well, that's all we got. Wrapping it up. We really touched
Yeah.
on all the different eras, all the different niches. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, found it entertaining, or, learned a thing or two about the lore
Yeah.
of the internet.
Hope you're having a wonderful day whenever you're listening to this. We would love for you to stick around, join the band. So make sure to follow the podcast on whatever streaming platform you're on so you don't miss an episode. And you can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at bandpractice.podcast, as well as our personal accounts linked in the show notes.
We love you, and thanks
Yep.
for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Mwah.